don't. I need you to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And once you subscribe, hit the notification bell. It has come to my attention that the Google machine has been blocking my subscribers from getting my notifications. So if you happen to come across this video, hit the bell again and hit the notification for all. We got to fight the powers that be together. Now, before we jump into this video, I want to give you a trigger warning. This video is absolutely going to trigger you. Are you ready for this? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Let's talk about it. Black people have the worst credit scores in the country. A lot of people would say that this has to do with I'm really not too sure. After looking into some of the data, I did look up some data, which I'm going to share with you today. I gotta say, some of this seems like it's our fault, y'all. If you are triggered in any way by topics about the correlation between race and economic status, this is not the video for you today, all right? But if you are ready to talk about why Black people have the worst credit in the United States, grab your coffee or your bone apple tea. We're going to jump right in. What's up, guys? Credit Solutionist here, owner of PX Credit Solutions, where we help you secure your financial future today. I'm also the author of the 90-Day Rapid Repair ebook, which is a free ebook that you can download at our website, www.fixmyficonow.com. This is just a little freebie to say thank you and to get your credit repair journey started off right in this new year. So download it, tell a friend, all right? And many thanks go out to the homie TJ South for blessing me with PX Credit Solutions merch. Good looking out, homie. It's no secret that money and race are extremely taboo topics. They're like the perfect kerosene cocktail to add on to an already raging dumpster fire. But we're going in. So let's start off by talking about the average credit score for every nationality in the United States. We have Asians coming in strong at first place with the 745. We have white folks, non-Hispanic, coming in at 734 average credit score. We have other, which is anybody that doesn't identify with the races that we're talking about here, namely Jewish people. They're coming in at an average of 732. And we have the Blacks coming in at an underwhelming 677 average credit score. 677 on an individual basis isn't that bad. That's like a fair to good credit score. But when you take into account that this is an average, now that means that there's probably people that are at like a 500 and below that are dragging down the national average credit score for the Black community as a whole. The number one reason most people want to say Blacks have lower credit scores is the big R word, okay? Not going to say it because, you know, the Google machine, but I beg to differ. Because I have worked in the affordable housing industry. I am kind of a middleman between property management companies and HUD. So I have a different perspective because I see a lot of the applicants that come into that system. So I am not going to say the R word is the main cause here. Sometimes it has to do with the area that you live in. Yeah, there are definitely different credit opportunities based on your zip code. The problem is that the areas that tend to be predominantly Black have lower income. So lower income already, equates to lower credit scores. A lot of the paperwork I see comes from the Midwest and it comes from southern states. I see the disparity in income between all kinds of races, and they all have terrible credit. Hence why they are looking for Section 8 to begin with. Okay. Now we're talking about Blacks. So like I said, I'm going to stay on topic here, but generally speaking, areas that tend to have a high Black population are low income areas. So there's a couple of things that happen in low income areas that they're just in tandem. You're going to find these things here. So in interest of sticking with the topic of the video, which is Black people, I will say that this one thing in low income areas, and really any area in general, this one thing is hindering us, and that is single parent households. Yes, I said it. I know y'all gonna kill me, but listen, a single parent household is so financially strapped most of the time, even when the person that leads the household has a high paying job. It still doesn't matter because you're way stronger having two incomes in the household. Okay. So generally speaking, a single parent household, has a head of the household that is not thinking about maintaining a good credit score. usually this person is always just trying to keep their head above water. They don't realize that in having bad credit, they're also, putting themselves deeper into the financial abyss, because while you're trying to keep your head above water, you may be making erratic decisions like going and renting at a place you can't afford, and having a super high deposit because you don't understand the correlation between having good credit and getting low deposits when you move into apartments. You may also not understand the value of why you need to have a good credit score to go and get a car loan. I see a lot of people, a lot of Black people, man, that have these ridiculous contracts when they get auto loans with like 26% interest. That's crazy. That only happened because one, your income is low, which we talked about earlier. And then two, your credit sucks. Like, a 26% interest auto loan is not normal. Okay. So I say bring back two-parent households. Let's maybe just work on sticking with the person that we have kids with, because it really does give us a more of a fair shake in the financial world. All right. You're going to have better credit if you have a two-person family that's, headed by two people. It's just facts, you guys. And I'll just throw incarceration in there for kicks. You know what I mean? But really, the only reason I would say incarceration could be contributing to our low credit score is because the dudes that are in jail and the women that are in jail, they could be out here in these streets with us, helping contribute to the higher credit scores. That's about it. It's just people that are missing from the mix. So that's the only like attention I'm going to give to incarceration in the Black community and the correlation to bad credit. Okay, moving on. If you're still here and you haven't been triggered, congratulations. All right, the next thing I think is hindering Black people from having good credit is education. Not really the fact that we go to school. It's that, one, we tend to go for majors that are not meaningful, that cannot be used and are not valued in the marketplace. That's number one. Number two, we go into debt to go to school. And then once we get out, we don't pay the student loans. I cannot tell you how many Black clients I actually have. No shade, it's just facts. But how many clients I have that don't pay their student loans? By the time they get to me, they have a ton of student loan debt that they just opted not to pay. That's a problem. And generally speaking, Black people tend to be very flashy. So that's a problem too. And that leads to low credit because we are spending money that we don't have to impress people that don't like us. I forget whose quote that is. Maybe it's Dave Ramsey or something. But anyway, our need to want to be seen and want to be seen in a certain light aesthetically and financially is what's really causing a lot of the rift and causing our low credit score as a whole in America, because we're spending so much money to purchase things that we don't need and live in areas, paying too much rent and all this other stuff just to appear a certain way, that it is affecting something like a credit score. A credit score will give you way more leverage than a $700 car payment will. You know what I mean? It's the good credit score that's going to take that $700 car note down to about $250, $350. You feel me? So it's the stuff that's on the back end that's not glamorous that Black people don't like to pay attention to. We don't like to see the work involved. We just like to see the outcome, which is the fancy car, the pretty hair, the brand name, whatever we have. Big contributing factor. We need to stop worrying about being aesthetically pleasing and start worrying about being economically viable. At me. Here is a book that everybody can appreciate that talks about group economics and the importance of keeping everything within your community before you share the wealth with the world. I am not affiliated with Amazon.com, but please pick this book up today. You will be glad that you did. So I'm sure you can tell by now, the reason that I believe that Black people have the lowest credit scores in the country is because we seriously lack financial education. It's not only that. When we get the financial education, we do not share it with each other willingly. It's almost like we get the information and then we just want to hoard it for ourselves. This book, again, talks about that. And it talks about the importance of sharing information with your people and keeping the economy going within your race. Okay. That's what they talk about. It's very controversial, but it makes a lot of sense. Case in point, like with my family, no shade, but there's people in my family that acquired real estate like 30 plus years ago. Not once have those people shared with their extended family how they did it. There's just a lack of group economic mindset in this race. It just is what it is. Again, no shade to my family because they may not have known it was important to share that information with people. I became a business owner on my own. Nobody told me to do that. You know what I mean? It just happened that, there's been this influx of all of these, Black content creators that are giving this information away now. And something in me just clicked and knew that I had to seek the information elsewhere. You know what I mean? But the information that I get, I am absolutely going to share it with the people because I don't see that money's going to run out. Money's infinite. Like it's an infinite resource that we have. So I think that Black people also need to change the way that they see money. They need to change the way that they see finance. And we need to see the value in coming together cohesively. And it is okay. It is okay for a certain amount of time to keep the Black dollar black. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. That's what they did. Okay. If you agree or disagree, cool. Leave a comment below. I'm pretty hard to offend. It's all good. And remember, if you want to start your credit repair journey for free, download the free ebook, the 90-day rapid repair ebook. Okay. It's totally free. So you have no excuse to get this journey started and help to pull us Black people out of being the lowest credit score keepers in this country. All right. It's up to you to help. All right. If you have a little bit more money to spend, get started right now by getting a secured credit card. My company offers one in the links below. All you need is a $200 deposit to get your journey started. All right. We are counting on you to pull us out of this. All right. I'm doing my part. You need to do yours. All right. The time for blaming others is over. Let's get this money. Let's get this credit. Let's get this leverage in this country. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to book a consultation at www.fixmyficonow.com. Otherwise, go through my video catalog and watch some stuff. I'm pretty sure there's something in there that will help you to succeed. All right. I will see you guys on the next one. Do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe and hit the notification bell because YouTube be hating. Anyway, see you guys next time. Credit Solutionist out. Tell me if you agree or disagree with my analysis. I am willing to be wrong. Whatever.